Welcome to the Barry Charles Footy Show, your one-stop shop for everything rugby league. On this episode, we are going to talk about Jason Demetriou. Yes, is he on his way out? Latrell Mitchell, what's doing there? Are the Rabbitohs, Panthers and Eels title hopes in tatters as injuries ravage these clubs? Are the Warriors the real deal in 2024? Dolphins are flying high at the top of the table. Can Mitchell be saved? Lachlan Galvin, has he got a chance to make the Tigers the top 8? Are Raiders a chance in 2024? And is Pappenhausen about to take over as fullback for Tedesco as they keep Mitchell and Turbo in the centres? Let's find out right here, right now. Barry Charles Footy Show, Carve video exclusive. Yes, let's get to it, folks. What is happening out there? Well, yes, Jason Demetriou, one game left apparently, and he's gone, and I believe it's going to happen. If they lose by a big score, Jason Demetriou will be out the door, but who will take over? That is the million-dollar question. Who do I see taking over? All the talk is Wayne Bennett. Okay. Now, the question mark and the elephant in the room is, will Parramatta sack Brad Arthur as well? So Wayne Bennett gets selected. Has an option. And I think going to a new club would be more likely for Wayne Bennett, but it also depends on the 18th club. When is this happening? Is this going to happen earlier than expected? Because if you're looking at about 2027, I believe, somewhere where the right still comes up for play again, something like that. So that's still about 3 years away, so there is a chance for him to go to a club. So at the moment, it's Rabbitohs and Eels. Will they be able to brokering here with maybe the Cowboys? But the Cowboys actually going all right at the moment. But Cowboys potentially would be a club that potentially could, if they want to get rid of Peyton, look at Wayne Bennett. But again, it'll only be a short-term fix with Wayne Bennett at any club. So going all in to try and win a premiership, that's basically what they're doing. But look what he's doing at the Dolphins, with a squad that's not that strong, to be perfectly honest. For them to be at the top of the table, it's unbelievable. Can they keep it going? That is the question. Well, Latrell Mitchell lost the plot again last week, and he's out for 3 weeks. Should he have got more? That's a question mark there, but where's his head? Where is Latrell Mitchell? And one thing I've definitely noticed, if you look, he is the top player in the club, so he should be leading the men. But looking from the outside looking in, it looks like he hasn't got that skill in him. He used to be, when he was at the Roosters, he had the Boyd Corners, he had the Jake Friends, he had all the experienced players around him. But now, since he's moved to the Rabbitohs and be the main man, he hasn't been able to do a Greg Inglis and take them to their premiership. Even with Jack White coming across, it just hasn't helped. And I think that's the biggest problem they got at the Rabbitohs is true leadership. Kevin Murray might be the captain, but is he the right leader for this club? Only the inner sanctum would know that for sure. But I just don't know if they got their real hard-nosed... well, you don't have to be hard-nosed, you say, but you need to show with your actions as well as your talk off the field. And maybe they need someone that they respect more. Obviously, did they let go of the wrong coach and maybe Sam Burgess will be coach one day? I don't see that happening next year. But potentially in a couple of years' time, Sam Burgess might be at the Rabbitohs, depending on who they select. Maybe Wayne Bennett, and then Sam Burgess takes over a couple of years. But we've known how that story has played out in most clubs. Dragons still struggling. Newcastle Knights haven't gone anywhere near. Well, he wasn't that good at the Knights, to be honest. But you know what I mean? They struggle after he goes. So it's probably not the best place to start your coaching career after Wayne Bennett. That's another spine tickly talk. But yes, the Rabbitohs, Panthers and Eels, are their seasons in tatters. Well, obviously the Panthers is the beginning and a bit overboard there, but no Nathan Cleary still for another month. Can they get the wins on the board to be still in the race? We will see after their performance on the weekend. Against Manly, there is chinks in the armour. Rabbitohs, though. Rabbitohs absolutely bottom of the table. Maybe because of the bye on the Titans, but the Rabbitohs are absolutely looking like a team that needs a new direction. Whether Jason Demetriou has been able to get their new direction this week, we will see. The players will tell the story. If they play bad, Demetriou will more than likely be gone. The Eels, without Mitchell Moses, what's happening there? They're not getting it done. There's some work to be done there, clearly. With Mitchell Moses not there, can they turn it around? It's not looking likely at the moment. They need someone to bounce, and maybe they need a young half to come in. I don't see Dylan Brown as number 7. It's just crazy talk. The Warriors, yes. Are they playing the right style of football right here, right now? They can win a premiership. Absolutely. Absolutely. They have all the ingredients in the world. Just getting the mix right. My only question mark with the Warriors is the bench against the top teams. Have they got the bench to deliver? And that's where they've gone wrong not wrong, but that's what they missed last year. Having those players off the bench that can provide similar impact to the Adam Fanua Blakes, Mitchell Barnett's when they go off. That is where the issue continues to be. And it's up to the likes. Bunty Ofoa is out this week, but you got him, Tommy Ale. These guys have to go to another level. You got Nia Corey to come back and Dylan Walker as well into the squad. They will strengthen that part, but it's the middlemen. They need the middlemen to step up. Yes, defensively, they've been okay, but attack-wise, Bunty needs to show a bit more. He's more of that up-the-guts sort of player. He needs to have a bit more movement in his game to go to the next level like Fanua Blake. That's what the Warriors desperately need if they want to win the title in 2024. Yes, the Lachlan Galvin. What's happening there? Lachlan Galvin back, and the Tigers get on a roll. Well, it starts this week with a game against the Dragons. They have to win that one. They have to win that one if they have any chance of top 8. They lose their game, and they're not going to make top 8 this season. Likelihood of them making the top 8 is probably pretty slim, but there is not without a hope of Lachlan Galvin can continue his rise up the ladder. Pappenhausen, yes, Pappenhausen. Is he going to take Tedesco's spot at fullback for New South Wales? People say Mitchell and Turbo should get it before him. Well, maybe they can still stay in the centres and strengthen the team that way and have Pappenhausen there. And Tedesco completely out the door. Is that going to happen? That's the decision that has to be made, because they're all different sort of players. Because Pappenhausen's all out the back passing with Tedesco. You got Dylan Edwards as well, folks. People say Dylan Edwards as well. But Tedesco and Dylan Edwards are meter players. And at Origin, you need a little bit of razzle-dazzle. And that's what Reece Walsh gives. That's what Pappenhausen would give this team. Or Mitchell, one of those two would give a little bit of razzle-dazzle at that level, which can get you over the top to win. Tedesco, Turbo, or even Turbo at his best, but he's more of a running player. But yeah, Pappenhausen for me is the player I would choose if I was going to pick fullback for New South Wales. You can leave your comments. Dylan Edwards, I've got no doubt about it. If you're talking about numbers between him and Tedesco, you'll pick Dylan Edwards every day of the week. But I think at the top level, sometimes you need a little bit more to your game, and Pappenhausen has a more of a Billy Slater type approach to his game, and that's why I would go for Pappenhausen. The Roosters, what's going wrong there? They absolutely should have the squad that's winning this premiership, and they're absolutely playing like donkeys, if you want to be completely honest. Luke Keary needs to step up, no doubt about it. Tedesco as well. Sam Walker just doesn't seem to be given the keys to the castle. Maybe he needs to look at greener pastures, and maybe the Titans is where he should end up. If I was him, it's going to be an interesting season for the Warriors. Getting back to the Warriors, they have to win. This is the year. If they're going to win the premiership, it has to be now. Because Fanua Blake gone, which I think is a very big loss, and I think the Warriors are going to rue that decision to let him go so easily. Hopefully not, but this is the year they've got to win, because Sean Johnson, we don't know how long he's got, whether it's this season or another season, but we will see. But it's going to be interesting to think. And the Raiders, for me, are definitely, with Ethan Strange, they're a top 8. Look at the way they were playing, they should make the top 8, but Whether they can win the premiership, I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, let's get to the footy on the weekend. What's going to happen? Just simply going to do my tips here. Knights versus the Roosters. Well, if you're going on current form, you'll probably say the Knights will win this one, but I'm going to go the Rooster and expect them to bounce back, but I'm not convinced on that one. Storm versus the Bulldogs. I think this is a lay-in. Storm should win easily. Broncos versus Dolphins. Broncos should get it done. Warriors and Manly, probably one of the games of the round, folks, but I'm going to go Warriors by 7. Eels versus the Cowboys. Well, Cowboys aren't generally good at away from home in Sydney, but the Eels are struggling too much. I think Cowboys by 7. Could be the make or break game for Jason Demetriou, and I'm going to say it's going to be breaking the Sharks win by 30, but they're not a team that normally blows out teams at times. So we will see. Tigers versus Dragons. I think Tigers will get done by 7. And Raiders versus Titans. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. And maybe because it's happened last year, it could be absolutely high-scoring game. But Raiders should still get it done. So I'm going the Raiders. Anyway, that's the Barry Charles Footy Show for this episode. And I'll be back with another episode very, very soon.